Live with Kelly and Mark. Today, superstar Tom Holland. Plus, Saturday Night Star Lamorne Morris. And 'tis the season for dry skin, but we can help. All next, Alive. And now, here are Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelo.
It is Thursday, December 26th, 2024. Everybody have a lovely Christmas. Yeah.
Happy Boxing Day.
Happy Boxing Day. Last night also, coincidentally, was the first night of Hanukkah. So today is the first official day of Hanukkah.
Wow.
It's been a while.
It's been a while since
Yeah,
that's
it's
happened.
been a while since those two holidays have coordinated like that. Yeah, wow.
Great. Hey, why is your appetite all over the place following the festive period?
Because people keep bringing food over to the house.
5 reasons your appetite is all over the place. Number 1, our routines are disrupted. Yes, Christmas is this is a very, very busy time. Number 2, we consume different types and amounts of food. The amounts of food. It's just endless.
It's never
endless.
occurred to me to eat an entire container of a cranberry relish.
I
But
love it.
at some point, it's like 10 p.m.
You gotta eat it.
and you're meandering around the kitchen and you're like, I don't want to heat up a whole mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I don't want to take anything out that requires heating. You know what? You know what happens to be right here next to all of that?
Relish.
Cranberry relish. So I'm just going to take a tablespoon.
Delicious.
Maybe I'll get some whipped cream.
Yeah.
You know.
It helps if you have a UTI.
I'll have a, who knows? Have a little dessert. A little healthy dessert.
I love, you know, the Italian holiday cake, the panettone.
Yes, you eat. I can always tell.
Love that so much, and they have them all the year, throughout the year, but during Christmas time, in the morning, with a cup of coffee and the dip in the coffee.
So I always slice the panettone the way my mother-in-law taught me, and I do an excellent job of it. But in the morning when I come down, I can always tell when somebody who has not discovered the cranberry jelly has gotten to it, because instead of the nice slices, there are just hand marks, like a bear had broken in to the house and just rips off pieces and rips, and sometimes you just rip the inside out as though we won't find out that you've been in there. So it's just the shell of a panettone.
You know what I do sometimes, because it's so soft and fluffy.
You ball it up?
I ball it up. I ball it up, and I'm an animal with that stuff.
Yes, you are. Animal.
Number 3, Christmas is an emotionally charged time. So if you get together with families, I remember certain conversations.
Whatever do you mean?
Certain conversations will happen. There's always like a lull. Something is said, and then there's quiet, and then everybody reaches for food at the same time, and they just start eating, and they just start eating.
You've got to put something in your mouth to keep the words from coming out.
Changes in physical activity levels. Activity levels are decreased for sure. Social eating, obviously, and that's it. So I think just be conscious of it, right?
Also be conscious of this period. It's the time between Christmas and New Year's. It's called Twixmas. These are things you should do. A lot of people have off this time, whether it's for school or for work. This is a down time. So these are things you should do to occupy yourself during Twixmas. Cook up something comforting. To piggyback on the food items. Get cozy and catch up on all the Christmas specials you missed. You know what I do? Every Christmas, what do I do?
You turn on the Christmas Story.
I watch it 24 hours of A Christmas Story, and I watch it back to back. I would say conservatively, I watch 18 of the 24 hours because, let's face it, I do have a life, but I watch 18 of the 24 hours.
You'll shoot your eye out.
You'll shoot your eye out. Shop the post-Christmas sales from the comfort of your sofa.
Yeah.
Comfort of your sofa. I like to get in there. You know, it's an activity. I like to go into the store for the sale. Well, you haven't shopped for anything for Christmas in 30 years. Since we've been together, I've watched you actively not shop for anything.
Yeah, I'm not, but I'm definitely, if I were to shop, I'm not going on that day.
I do feel like you all need to join us, like, not all at once, because we live in New York City and space is limited. But I do feel like everybody at some point should show up to our house for Christmas morning to watch Mark arrive as an honored guest. And then he is shocked, I tell you, at his thoughtfulness with what he got me, the kids. He's amazed. He's always like, that's what you wanted, right? And I'm like, yes, it's exactly how I wanted it.
And then I hide the big, like, lawn, you know, for
lawn
leaves,
garbage
bags around in the room. And as people are making a mess, I'm just slowly throwing it away.
The wrapping paper.
You've never seen anything like it. Christmas is not allowed to look like it happened there.
I don't mind it happening. I just don't, the boxes and the gifts and it makes me nervous and it makes me eat. Returning a Christmas gift. Here's what you need to know first.
Okay.
Let's admit it, not every holiday gift is a home run, which is why December 26th is the start of the return season. How much time do you have to return gifts? Nearly half of all customers will return at least one gift this post-holiday season, but you want to do it sooner rather than later as the window to make returns is getting shorter and shorter. Stores like Apple and Best Buy give customers just 2 weeks to make returns.
Oh, wow. A lot of stores are like that.
Yep. Yeah. Return the item to the physical store instead of shipping it. Good idea. Make sure it's in original packaging with tags attached to it. If you're in my house, you got to go into the lawn bag and get it out.
Yeah, you're going to have to go get all of that because Mark has thrown it away already. Okay. It is the holiday season, and what a gift to me to have an article about twins. Not only an article about twins, but I have twins in the audience. Oh my gosh, twins in the audience. Sabine. And Sabine, what is your twin sister's name?
Kareen.
Sabine and Kareen. And you've been twins all of your lives?
The entire life.
Okay. Now, I want to ask you this story because I like to go to experts. There are identical twin brothers who speak 26 languages each. Wow. Including a language they invented as toddlers. Now, this is something I've suspected all along. I've said it on the show many times. Twins have their own language. Is this true, Sabine, Kareen?
This is definitely true.
It is true?
Yes.
You speak your own language?
Yes.
Yes, and nobody can understand it but the pair of you?
No.
Are you speaking it to me now?
A lot of it is like in the eyes. It's unspoken, or it's like, I just know telepathically what's going on.
You know it. But if I were to step on Sabine's foot, would you be able to feel it?
I feel like I'd feel a tingle or something.
Something would happen
with her.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
ooh, I
Well,
felt
these
something.
two brothers run a language school. They are teaching languages. And I don't know if they are teaching their own twin language that they made up, but the name of their made-up language is called Umeri. As preschoolers, they would confuse their guardians and caretakers and school teachers because they would just start, there they are, speaking their own language right there. An estimated 30 to 50% of twins create a unique form of communication. It's a phenomenon known as cryptophasia. You guys have cryptophasia. Isn't that the coolest thing ever?
We love it.
And you also have telepathy, right? Because you've given it to me and I understand it.
We're all connected now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is your mom watching this right now?
Yes,
Definitely.
she is.
Yeah. I'm so glad your mom had you.
So cool.
Isn't that cool?
Very, very
I've been saying, I love
You
when
knew it.
science confirms. I was like,
What you've always known.
What I've always known. How many times has Cole Sprouse been to our house and I'm like, are you communicating with your brother Dylan right now?
Yes,
like,
every time.
Every time I'm like, I want you to, with your mind, tell your twin brother Dylan something from me right now. Like I will ask him to use his telepathy to communicate to his brother. And he always pretends that he's doing it, but I know he's not really doing it. But now that I know
he's
that he
not doing it.
can do it,
Yes.
because it's been
Makes
confirmed
sense.
by this article.
All right, big show today.
Big, huge. Tom Holland is here. And tips for keeping your skin healthy this winter.
Very important.
All right. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to play.
All right, let's say hello to Charles Francisco II from Kalkaska, Michigan, who watches the show on WWTV. Good morning, Charles. How are you?
Good morning, Kelly and Mark.
Hey,
Doing
Charles,
great.
are you go blue or go green?
Go blue, go green.
Okay. All right. You're split down the middle.
Wow.
All right, here.
Did not expect that reaction.
You know how this works. You've given us two statements. One is true, one is false. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth, and if you stump me, you'll win this. And that. Here are Charles' two statements. I once won a solitaire competition, or I won a hot dog eating contest at a local bar. All right, how many hot dogs did you polish off there, Charles?
12,
12. How long did you have?
15 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
How does do they have solitaire competitions? I thought that kind of like goes against the whole premise of the.
Yeah, it was a deal between some friends.
All right.
We had a competition. See how many games you could win out of. So, 5 out of 7 games.
Okay, got it. And you won 5 out of 7?
I got the closest.
Okay.
And how many did you win?
4.
4. Okay.
Did you have to eat the bun with the hot dog?
Yes.
What was the hardest part?
Eating the hot dog.
Yes.
And eating them all in 15 minutes.
Seems like,
Charles seems like a fun guy.
yeah.
I'm gonna say.
I don't mind either one of these statements.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you won a solitaire competition.
You're correct.
Yeah.
It's hard to stump Mark.
Yeah, sorry, man. You didn't win the mug or the t-shirt. But listen, Charles, you still have a chance to win a valuable trip. It's time for Fall Into the Holidays Travel Trivia.
That's right. That's Johnny Twine from Atlanta, Georgia. All right, Deja, spin that wheel to see what Charles is playing for. Okay. Okay. Charles, you're playing for a trip for 2 to the Los Establos Boutique Inn in Panama. 8 days and 7 nights in a premium suite. It includes 3 meals daily. What's that, Mark?
All the meals.
Yep. 1 excursion per day. It's a prize valued at $8,000. You have 20 seconds and only 1 guess. Good luck, Charles.
All right, Charles, here we go. We've had Damon Wayans Jr. on the show. Who did Damon say he competed with in the Hot Wings Challenge? Damon Wayans Jr. Winks?
Max Greenfield. Yay! All right.
Congratulations. You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at Los Establos, Panama. Distinctive in every way, this charming 17-room resort offers a cozy, intimate setting and includes one free tour for every full day of your visit. Choose from 13 all-inclusive activities, including canopy ziplining, whitewater rafting, hiking trails, spa treatments, and more. Your prize is valued at approximately $8,000.
Woohoo! What a great Christmas present.
All right.
Yes.
Good for you, Charles. By the way,
Thank you.
Charles, just so you know, Mark and I turned to each other after this, and I was like, does Charles have a great voice? You have a great voice.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. You should do voiceovers for car commercials or something.
Okay, set me up.
Yeah, Listen, car commercial people, listen to Charles' voice. It's nice. Reach out to us. All right, congratulations, Charles. Now you get to make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a Roomba vacuum cleaner from iRobot. So please pick a number between 1 and 135.
25.
25. 25. See that? He could really use it. He's got an injured arm.
Exactly.
See that? That's made for you. All right. Congratulations again, Charles. When we return, Tom Holland is here. Stick around.
Still ahead on Live, Lamorne Morris. Tips for keeping your skin healthy this winter. And coming up next, Tom Holland.
When you
All right, get ready. He is one of Hollywood's biggest stars. Please welcome global icon, Tom Holland.
Hey, guys.
You know, there was quite a crowd outside waiting for you early this morning.
Oh, really?
Yes, they queue up very early to be here.
Oh, well, thank you for that, guys. I really appreciate it.
Tom, you're the oldest of 4 boys.
You know, 2 days ago, it was National Oldest Child Day. Did you know that?
I got no gifts from my brothers, nothing. Not even so much as a well-done text.
Nothing.
What was it like growing up with 4 boys in the house? Was there footy games in the house? Were there wrestling matches, boxing matches? Was it rough and tumble?
Let me put it this way. My parents are saints.
Yeah.
It was really intense. Whether it was fighting or football or rugby or cricket or fighting or like we're just beating each other up all the time.
Was all of the furniture broken?
Everything was broken.
Yes, right.
One of my favorite realizations about getting older, though, is that my parents' house, when we were kids, was always really messy.
Yeah.
And my parents could quite easily shift the blame onto us.
Yes.
We've all now moved out.
Yes.
And it's still messy?
And the house is even more messy.
Yes.
So it was never us.
Yeah. But it's great when you have kids to have that as a smokescreen.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
It really is.
I like that.
So the 4 brothers, were you guys all pulling for the same footy team, or did you guys have fractures in that?
Interestingly, and my dad is actually really upset about this because it causes a lot of arguments in our house. My brother Harry and I are diehard Tottenham fans.
Okay.
And then my brothers Sam and Paddy are diehard Arsenal fans.
Oh, wow.
Which is like as big as a rivalry can get.
Yes,
I don't know how or when that happened, but it's a contentious conversation in our household for sure.
Well, who's right?
We're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who has the nicest stadium? You guys have.
We have arguably one of the nicest stadiums in the world.
I do. I would agree with that.
Now, our daughter lives in London, and I've got to tell you, we've been spending a lot of time over there, and we have fallen in love with London.
It's a great city.
Is that where you live? Where are you living?
To be perfectly honest with you, I kind of live wherever the wind takes me. Like, I'm so lucky to be working and to be sort of booked and blessed and traveling around. So my suitcase is really my home, which I love, and it's great to do it now in your 20s when it feels like it's still really fun. So I live all over the place.
But when you go back to London and you visit with your family, do they say that you're starting to sound like an American? No. Okay.
No. I think it's really important when you do what we do for a living to really have a strong sense of self. So I've always really tried to stay true to like where I'm from, who I am, the way my parents raised me.
Yeah.
My accent has changed a little bit from where I am in London. My parents sometimes get a little upset that I drop my T's. My parents can be quite proper.
Oh, they're posh.
They're posh.
I wouldn't call them posh. They're on the cusp.
They're
posh-like.
Yeah.
Posh-like.
Yeah. They're like alternative posh. Yeah.
Got it.
You confirm that you're coming back as Spider-Man.
Yes.
Now, I was wondering, with the suit, do you feel like you have a little less pressure to get in shape, or more pressure because the suit?
Well, essentially, I'm naked in those movies because it's so skin tight. Yeah, it's intense, and you know, there's no better reason to like get in shape than being in a movie that everyone in the world is going to watch. So I love it. I really enjoy it. I find it to be one of my favorite aspects of like making those films. It's really fun to get into shape for a job. I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you ever catch yourself in the trailer, in the mirror, you know, when you're waiting to go on set and you look back and you're wearing the suit, like, oh, I'm Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, it happens all the time. And even when I meet little kids who are dressed up as Spider-Man.
Right.
And I get to see how excited they are. My favorite thing is when they don't necessarily know whether it's real or not.
Right.
When you see a kid, like, trying to figure out, like, can he actually do those things? And then my accent really confuses them.
Right.
So then I'll try and either, like, in the moment, figure out, should I slip into my American accent and talk to them like this? Or should I do my English thing? But I love it. I love meeting little kids like that.
Is doing an American accent hard?
It used to be.
Really?
But I've spent so much time here, and I've done it so often that it feels almost second nature.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting is when I do stuff like we're doing now, these chat show stuff, I feel more comfortable in an American accent.
Really?
So I have to really remind myself backstage to be like, you're English, don't speak with an American accent, that's not your accent.
See?
Yeah.
Aren't you less humiliated when we go to London and I try to order a spot of tea?
No, I'm just as humiliated now.
I'm sure they really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, they do appreciate it.
So at Comic-Con, they announced that Robert Downey Jr. was going to make his return as Dr. Doom. In a street fight, who would win?
Yeah, come on, tell us.
Spider-Man or Dr. Doom?
Are you talking about Spider-Man?
Let's start there. Let's start there.
Spider-Man or Dr. Doom?
I mean, I'd have to say Dr. Doom would probably win.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I know nothing about those movies that are coming, for good reason, because they knew I had press this week, and they were like, let's not tell him anything.
Don't give him anything.
But I imagine Dr. Doom would win, and it's probably going to take all of the Avengers to succeed in that battle.
Okay, how about a street fight between you and...
Me and Robert?
Yes.
Oh, I'd batter Robert.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. He's like third Dan Kung Fu trained. I think he does Wing Chun.
Oh my
gosh. That's the martial art that he does. So I've done one session with him, and he's very impressive. Yeah, I think he'd have me in a fight. Yeah.
Really?
I think so, because I'm not trained.
You're the eldest boy of 4 boys.
Yeah, but like beating up little kids is...
Are you going to see him on Broadway while you're here?
Yes, I will. Tomorrow night, I'm really excited.
Oh, amazing.
Him and I have had a really lovely back and forth these past few months, because obviously he's making his debut and I returned to the stage this year.
Yes, in Romeo and Juliet.
Yes, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's been really cool. I'm super excited to see him. I heard the show's fantastic, and I can't wait.
We can't wait for you. Okay.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about being alcohol-free when we return. Stick around.
Still ahead on Live.
we're back with Tom Holland. Not only is he a great actor, he is an entrepreneur.
Well.
Can you tell us?
Yes, tell us.
Is it Biro?
Biro is the name.
I love it.
It is a premium non-alcoholic brew.
Biro is the hero. I love it.
You're picking up what we're putting down.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of it. I've been very vocal about my sobriety journey, and throughout the years, I've been, going to bars and looking for a product that would scratch the itch,
and
would help me feel included, made me feel like I could be a part of the social environment that we all love, and I couldn't find it. So I kind of took to the streets. I started meeting with people and had this idea of building my own. We met with some fantastic people. We built an amazing team, and we've brewed some fantastic, authentic beers. And I honestly, I'm so proud to be here. Honestly, it means the world. Thank you.
Yeah, what's your favorite part about the beer making process?
I think really the sampling was really fun. I mean, well, there's no alcohol in it, guys.
Right.
So
Yeah, right.
but we'd sit in a room. We'd have all of our competitive brews up there, and then our own brews, and we would blind taste them, and we'd be talking about mouthfeel, which is something I learned about.
Is that like the fizz?
Yeah, it's like, how does it feel in your mouth? And ours feels great. But it's aroma, it's carbonation, it's like, what notes are you getting? Are you enjoying the hops? Do you want more hops? I loved a hoppy IPA. That was my go-to. So for me, to have the opportunity to build something selfishly for myself was really exciting, but then to have the opportunity to share it with everyone just is the icing on the cake. So
you're like a chemist now. You're not just an actor, you're a chemist.
Look, I've got to give credit where credit is due. Grant Wood, our brewmaster, is a genius, and if I brewed these beers, none of them would be selling.
Well, thank you for doing that. Come back and see us, yeah?
Tomorrow on Live, Melissa McCarthy and Ben Falcone.
On Eyewitness News Mornings at 10, the latest on a horrifying incident in Midtown. A cab jumps the curb and hits several people on the sidewalk. Plus, Brittany's tracking a more mild weekend. That's at 10.
Winston on the series New Girl and as Deputy Whit Farr on Fargo. Now he stars in the movie Saturday Night. Please welcome Lamorne Morris.
Yes, indeed.
Hey,
oh, now I'm out of breath.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm out of breath. Y'all like to work out?
Yes, we do. I've
cool.
got to tell you, we're huge fans of yours.
Oh, thank you very much.
I did not realize you grew up in Chicago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you get home to visit often?
A lot, actually.
Yeah.
I bought a house there for a while and then moved there. My daughter is obsessed with it.
What does she like about Chicago?
Her family. That's what it is.
Okay.
That's what it is. She thinks Chicago is synonymous with cousins, her aunts, my mom, her grandma.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah, she's in love with the city.
Cubs or White Sox?
White Sox.
Wow.
Hey.
They're like, we don't care. I'm a White Sox. I'm from the south side of Chicago, so, you know, born and raised. The merch just looks better, too.
The merch.
Yeah, it's good merch.
Yeah, good merch.
Yeah, good font.
Is your daughter funny like you? Does she have, like, that funny gene?
She is, you know, she's a clown.
Super cute.
Oh, look at that.
She's a beauty.
Yeah, she's, her parents are entertainers, so she's got that in her DNA. She's very silly. Yeah, she's a lot. She's a lot.
What kind of kid were you?
You know, when I look at my daughter, I go, yeah, this makes sense. You know,
Got it. Were you the class clown?
Clown. I was a piece of, you know.
Yeah.
I was something. I was something for sure. I remember a time, one of my earlier memories of my father was when myself, and my brother, who's 2 years older, we were walking down the street in Chicago somewhere, and I kept flicking my brother's ear. You know, and my brother was like, Daddy, Lamorne keeps hitting me. And he goes, it's okay. He's the clown in the family. And at that point, like, I thought to myself,
you
oh,
remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. And so from that moment on, I just hit people. No.
When did you know that you wanted to be an actor? Was it a thought you had? Did you see something, a performance that struck you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I grew up a fan of, like, Eddie Murphy. You know, he's an iconic figure to me, and I thought, man, that's an interesting thing. He can play all these different characters. And I remember in church, there was a church play, and they had asked me if I wanted to be a part of it. Originally, I said no, and then they were like, please, we need somebody to fill in for this. So it was just a fill-in role, and the role was to mock the preacher. They wanted me to play the preacher.
Right.
Wow.
Brother Carter. And so Brother Carter was, he was a character.
He was good material, right?
Yeah, yeah. He had his shoes would always match his tie, and his watch band would match the socks. And, you know, he was a very coordinated individual. And he was a great speaker. So I would always just pretend to be him throughout services sometimes. And so when it was time for the play, I went at him.
Did he like it?
Oh, yeah, yeah. He thought it was funny. He thought it was funny. Yeah. I owe him a Cadillac, according to that. So, I'm going to get you that Cadillac.
Congratulations on your recent Emmy win for Best Supporting Actor.
Amazing.
We love that show.
What a great character. And it must be so gratifying to win an Emmy for a role like that.
100%. Yeah, I've been doing comedy for a while, you know, New Girl for a very long time and other shows. And to get the recognition for a drama, I'm like, oh, you don't think I'm funny? You know? But no, it feels good, you know what I mean? Because the character is very understated. I like to look at every project like a puzzle, and I try to figure out exactly where I can fit moments where I can be dynamic. And this character has those moments, so I'm just glad the Academy and the fans loved it. Yeah.
Do you keep your Emmy any place special?
Everywhere I go.
Oh, really?
Every room.
You just move it around with it? Like an action figure?
Oh, 100%. But it's so heavy, though. Like, it's so heavy, so sometimes when I'm going to the bathroom, I'm like, you just wait. You wait here. I'll be right back. Yeah. I was thinking of getting, like, a Emmy pendant.
Yes. Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, get one of those made. This way I don't have to carry the trophy. I just got this around.
You could get that done for sure.
Yeah, if you guys know anybody, let me know.
Oh, I know somebody.
Looking for a steal, you know what I'm saying?
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Lamorne tells us about his most chaotic Saturday night ever.
Stay social with us. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok. TikTok, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. See all your favorite moments or anything you might have missed. Family Affair with Melissa McCarthy and her husband, Ben Falcone.
You and Ben always work together.
It's my favorite.
Plus, Mark Cuban from Shark Tank.
This could be our biggest deal ever.
Wheeling and dealing.
Wheeling and dealing.
Of you in the movie Saturday Night. You play one of the original cast members, Garrett Morris. Tell us about everything.
Yeah, well, first of all, is there any relation between you and him?
I used to say that he was my daddy, you know.
Right.
Same last name, you know what I mean? But no relation, which is odd, because sometimes people say we look alike, and I've got that, and I've gotten that a lot, you know what I mean?
Right.
But the movie was great, you know, directed by Jason Reitman, and he did a masterful job at conducting this insane ensemble. The whole thought behind it is, you know, it's 90 minutes to showtime. You know, what are you going to do? You know, us in the business, like, you know how chaotic it is to create something. But even back then, there was no format. There was no blueprint for that show. This is a bunch of young, wildly entertaining people in their own rights trying to come together to create this show that no one's ever seen before.
Right.
So as you could imagine, it's a lot of tension. The network doesn't necessarily want it on.
Right.
Who's Lorne Michaels and why is he bringing these people together? You know what I mean? You got Garrett Morris, who's coming off of, like, civil rights movement, and he's fighting for you know, he was desegregating the unions, and then he comes in as the only black dude, and he's like, what is this show?
Right.
And nobody knows.
I went to Juilliard.
Yeah, he's like, I sang La Traviata in Italian, you know what I mean? Why am I here with these 20-year-olds telling fart jokes? You
Did
know?
you get to spend time with him?
I did.
You did? Okay,
yeah.
and?
Oh, but he's great.
Yeah.
He's as sharp as you could imagine. I'll give you a quick... So we did an interview together, and we were talking about his star on the Walk of Fame. And he goes, you know why I love that star on the Walk of Fame? It's like, why? He goes, because it is exactly 3 feet away from my favorite porno shop. I'm like, this man is sharp. Like he's 88 years old, I want to say, and he's always telling jokes. He's always fun and funny. So yeah, he's great.
Oh, well, I look forward to this. I mean, have you hosted SNL yet?
No, I haven't.
You have to, though. You absolutely have to.
Lamorne, you know what we do here, right?
Yeah.
We manifest things on this show.
Oh,
yes,
let's do it.
all the time.
Let's do it. It's like a seance or something?
No, but everybody knows. Like, everybody knows. Guys, you know this. Yes. This is Lorne Michaels' favorite morning show. Oh, yeah.
Did you look at that? Did you look at that?
Lorne, meet Lamorne.
Hey, man. How you doing, man? It's good to see you again. Love the sweater. Nice to see you.
Make sure you check out Saturday night.
Tomorrow on Live from Shark Tank, Mark Cuban.
Is dermatologist Dr. Janine Downey. Hey, Dr. Downey.
How are you? Okay. I cannot believe I'm looking at the humidifier.
Oh, we always know it's that time.
Dry skin really accentuates your aging, and so we're here to help you defeat your dry skin and defeat your aging.
Okay.
So getting started, humidifiers. They add moisture to your skin, your hair, and your nails. I recommend people plug them in their bedrooms, put them on October 1st, turn them off around May 1st, especially if you live in the cooler areas of, you know, and as your producer pointed out to me before, the mountains, even Northern California. Use you need a humidifier.
And don't forget to refill them.
Yeah, refill. Well, that would be bad otherwise. Absolutely.
Right.
In the middle, we don't have a shower here, so taking showers. You really need to use something that is like a shower that's like 98, 99 degrees, maybe 100 degrees, but not 103, 104, 105, not scalding hot. Why, Kelly?
I like to be able to cook a chicken in my shower.
Cook a chicken. No, but that will dry your skin out, will really irritate your skin. It's really, really bad for you.
Nice and warm in there. I know.
No. And speaking of showers, I like the moisturizing body washes. They have humectants and glycerin and emollients in them, so they really moisturize your skin as you're bathing. Well, in your case, as you're boiling yourself.
As I'm boiling. I just add carrots and a little onion in there. Right.
Most bar soaps, but not all, can really dry out your skin. They strip the skin, and they can leave your protective covering of your skin stripped. They leave you dry and itchy. So not all, but most. But I recommend the body washes.
Okay.
Plus, I have underlying eczema, so that's just my proclivity.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then your lips. I mean, your lips take a beating all year round, but especially during the cooler weather months. So I like the petroleum jelly, really, really important to put on sunblock. Keep reapplying the petroleum jelly. But if you're looking at lip balms, pick a lip balm that has glycerin in it, that has emollients in it, that has humectants in it, and put that on multiple times throughout the day.
What about scented products? Do scented products lend something?
Lip balms can really irritate the skin.
Yes.
And this time of year, we get a lot of people in our office that have like perioral dermatitis with the kind of like the red bumps around their mouth, and that can be absolutely awful. And then if you put cinnamon in your tea, that will make it worse.
Right.
So,
oh my gosh.
You know,
all right, we'll be back with more tips from Dr. Downey. Stick around.
If you would like to know more about anything you see online, log on to our website at livewithkellyandmark.com.
Somebody's having a night tonight.
Tonight at 7:30
on ABC 7.
Medical
We're back with winter skin prep tips with Dr. Downey. Okay, what's next?
Okay, so when you're talking about the winter, people want to put on wool and synthetic fibers. These sweaters are wool. They can make you really itch.
Yes.
And they don't let your skin breathe, and that can lead to dry, irritated skin and set you up for all kinds of eczema and psoriasis flares all winter long. So I don't recommend wool. I don't recommend synthetic fibers. Instead, I recommend cotton and, cotton and non-synthetic fibers, which is in here.
Okay.
And this, they're breathable. So therefore, if you're sweating, if you're hot, you know, it cools you off faster. If you're cool, it heats you up faster using your natural body
Because we're in that temperature range in the fall where it can be not cold enough for a sweater, but it looks great.
Right.
And then you start getting hot.
And then you start getting really, really hot. And then you got to put on your air conditioning or something like that. But this will help you. The cotton and the non-synthetic fibers are far better. So I totally recommend this.
I always do a cotton.
I think this is
if
great.
I do wear wool, I put a cotton t-shirt underneath.
Yeah, that's important.
A little barrier.
That's important. And for people that have eczema, psoriasis, and dry skin in general, and for people that are aging, it's really important that they remember to use a cotton sweater underneath their wool sweater. And our lovely producer, Mr. Gelman, over here told me to add drinking water as another very important thing for our skin. So.
Yeah.
Meanwhile.
All right, go to kellyandmark.com.
More to come on Live in a moment.
Is everybody ready?
It's the reason you all showed up. It's time to play.
The thrill of victory.
Oh, Mark, I really want to tell you that you're wrong. But you're not.
The agony of defeat.
You are wrong, Mark.
You are wrong, Mark. I hear that at home all the time.
Shoot your shot.
Shots fired.
Go for the glory.
Well played.
Stump Mark.
Never gets old.
For details, go to livewithkellyandmark.com.
That's incredible.
Hey, Marissa Gaspar, morning. The very best French toast is made with Italian panettone. My favorite is traditional raisin panettone, which I have made our family tradition to make for breakfast every Christmas morning. Enjoy your day. Can we do that? Can we do that next year?
I do it all the time.
Okay, let's do it. Tomorrow?
What's tomorrow? I can make it for you Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday. You'll get what you get and you don't get upset. Hey, on tomorrow's show, Melissa McCarthy and Ben Falcone will be here.
Mark Cuban will be here.
And we will attempt the viral Titanic challenge. Why do you say? Why? We don't know.
Yes. Also, Maui and Ricky will be here.
We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Bye-bye.
Tomorrow on Live, Melissa McCarthy and Ben Falcone, Mark Cuban, and the performance.